Get after it. Hey, what's going on, guys? Rony Boney here. To be sure. Bringing you another commentary. And in this one, I want you guys to just take a step back, pause for a second, and listen to these words of wisdom by George Orwell, spoken in 1984. Thought corrupts language, and language can also corrupt thought. So, that quote, it may seem like it sounds like nothing, but to me, what I take from that is that if I tell myself this is too hard, I can't do it, I mean, there's been plenty of things in my life. I think I've gone through them in a few commentaries that I haven't really done well. I mean, there's been times where I've been, down in the dumps, and in the last 6 months or so, I watched one dude, and I'm attributing this to this one dude, and he's been, God, like, it's funny how we need other people to motivate ourselves. But his name is Jocko Willink, and he's a former U.S. Navy SEAL commander. And he has a podcast, the Jocko Podcast, which I will link in the description. I'll link everything to do with this man. He has it's the greatest attitude I've ever seen. It makes me want to, in his words, get after it. Get after it. And it can be anything. It can be anything. It can be, your workout. It can be your studying. Say you have 2 hours to do. Get after it. Do it properly. Do it to your fullest capability. And that's where, in my opinion, where true happiness comes from. The more I get after things in my life, the happier I am. People who say they're not happy, I guarantee you, they are not getting after it as much as they should be. And it's something that, when I was younger, when I first went to college, I was doing a course that I didn't like. I started getting intensely interested in nutrition and working out. And I went to meet, the Dean of Arts in order to try and leave the course that I was in and try and transition over to another one. So I met with the Dean of Arts and the Dean of Agricultural Science in order to try and study food science, which was, they were the people that were taking care of that course at the time. And they told me I couldn't do it because I hadn't done a certain subject. They told me I'd have to go back to high school and do that subject. So basically do biology or chemistry or both. And I had a decision to make. I could do what they were trying to tell me to do and accept mediocrity. In my eyes, it was being mediocre, not chasing what I wanted to do. So I decided to get after it. And there are times in your life, you guys all know that feeling where you're possessed. You are a man possessed, that nothing's going to stop you because you have this goal. You have a clear sight of what you want to do. And no matter what happens, you're going to get after it. You're going to get your shit done. No matter what the cost is, no matter how fucking tired you are. You sleep when you die. And I love that phrase as well. I'll sleep when I die. So I don't sleep that much anyway, but I will sleep when I die. And now that I've left college, now that I've proven to myself, because think about it like this, that was a long period for me. I'm 25 now, so that was a long period for me. That, when I was 21, I was going back doing, high school exams again. And I'm here 4 years later after doing a 4-year degree, and 1 year of going back to high school with kids and having to just suck it up and do what I had to do to get where I wanted to be. And it's never too late for anything, guys. That's really what I want to say. I want to try and, I want to try and show you guys a different side of me as opposed to the, the salty guy who talks about Halo all day. That this is Ronan. This is Rony. This is who I am. This is someone who, it's not just Jocko Willink that wanted me to get after it. I've always had that kind of that desire to just get what I really want in my life. And the next thing I want in my life is, after finishing this degree, is to get work. And what I really want to do and what I'm really going to get after is trying to move to the US. I would love to live in, Boston, Oregon, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, Washington, wherever it is. I would love to live somewhere in the States that has a huge booming industry in what I've actually studied in a food science and a life science. So I would like to gear myself more towards a brewery, looking at their yeast and, kind of their pitch rate and things like that, and looking at their microbiology, their calculations, because it's basically what my field of study has told me that I'm good at and that I really enjoy doing it. And it would be something that I would enjoy doing. And this is why I made this commentary. It's because I want you guys to, if you're looking at your life saying, I can't do this, I can't do that, you can, guys. You totally can. And the only person holding you back is you. And I know it sounds so cliche, and it's one of those things, well, you're through the other end. You know, you have no idea what it's like for me. I know exactly what it's like feeling the way that you might feel right now. Where you want to do something, but you can't figure out how. And I'm telling you guys, the hardest thing to do is always the right thing to do. Like, here's a story about when I went back and repeated. We call it our leaving cert over here. I was trying to cut when I had hair, I was trying to cut my hair one day. I usually would just do a buzz cut, and I was trying to do a 4 all over, you know, blade 4 on the back, sides, top, whatever it was. And as I was buzzing it, the top of the guard fell off, and I put a 0 cut, which I actually sport now, would you believe? So it doesn't seem that big of a deal now to me. But back at the time, you know, I was going back with people that were kids in my eyes. I'd been 2 years in college. They had just left high school, and they were repeating their exams as well as I was. And we were all around the same age, but I consider them kids. And here I am, you know, having this kind of, you know, shit. You know, I'm here with all these kids to shaving my head fucking bald and thinking, holy God, you know, I got to go in, and this is... I'm going to get the absolute shit torn out of me by the teachers and by the year. I'm obviously going to get slagged. I did get slagged. You know, some of the so-called tough guys in the year were like, woo, as I walked by with my shaved head. But it was, you know, it was something that I still wanted to do it, guys. You know, that wasn't going to stop me. It's like, fuck, I fucked up. And it was me. I fucked up. You know, I should have been more aware what the hell I was doing with the razor. It's a goddamn razor, and I had, you know, a full head of hair. It's like I should have been a little bit more careful, because one slip and that's it. And I did it right through the middle, so there was no, like, you know, going to a barber for a fucking, you know, a recut or whatever it was, or just to try and, you know, make it look better. This was like, look, I gotta take it all off. And that was what I did. So, and I finished out that year. I made some great friends. We're still friends to this day. And I actually exceeded my expectations. They pushed me hard. And I was up for it, guys. I was up for the challenge. You know, there's one of these things that I'll tell you guys. And it's something strange. And this is coming from some guy who, you know, my hair is beginning to thin. So I just decided to buzz it off. I could have kept a haircut if I wanted to. But I just don't want to. I don't like, you know, I'm not a glass half full kind of guy. I'm all or nothing. I'm a very all or nothing dude. So I'd rather have nothing than have something. But I'll tell you this, if you shave your head, you guys are going to have some concentration. You know, you become more of a man. And I know that sounds like I'm not trying to, you know, demasculate anyone who has hair, for sure. God no. You can still have hair, be an absolute, you know, an absolute lad. But I think people who go out and shave their heads and who do it for, you know, for reasons that they want to be clean, they want to be, you know, basically why the military does it. You know, they want you to concentrate on everything except yourself. And I think that really helped me out that year, would you believe? So it's something that when I began to thin with my hair, I realized that, look, I'm just going to shave it. I'm just going to own it. And that's it. And then I'm just going to get after everything else in my life. I'm going to get after it. And that's really what I want to tell you guys. So these are some random commentaries I've been doing lately, but hopefully you guys enjoy them. This is the real Roni. This is the Roni that doesn't have to care about what's going on with a certain Xbox franchise. This is the Roni that's happy. I'm happy making this content now, guys. I'm just happy having a chat. I love having a chat with people. And yeah, anyone who's listened, thank you for listening. Go and check out Jocko Willink. Check out this guy's podcast. Former Navy SEAL, highly decorated. Battle of Ramadi 2006. He's actually the task commander for Chris Kyle, the American Snipers unit. So he's a very distinguished warrior, and in my opinion, a great man for motivating people the way he does. So go and check him out, guys. Link will be in the description. If you enjoyed, like the video, comment down below letting me know what are the times in your life where you just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go do it. You know what, there's no two ways about it. Don't care how much pain I'm in, I'm just gonna go do it. Let me know, guys. I'm genuinely interested to know other people's stories, because it helps. We all help motivate each other. You get me? Like, it's one of those beautiful things about YouTube. It's either a positive comment section or a negative. So, and if you enjoy the commentary and you're new, feel free to subscribe, because I'll be doing a lot more commentaries like this. Thank you. Bye bye.